Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another scrapbooking process video, and today is layout 2 for the 4th of July. So you guys saw layout 1 on the 4th for Rebecca's celebratory hop. This is the companion page, so I definitely wanted to get these photos scrapped with this collection since this is the collection I used for page 1. I'm really trying to be frugal with my scraps. I think at this point I have 3 12 by 12s, but 2 of them are pattern paper, 1 is vellum. I've been hoarding this vellum and I really need to use it, but I'm just trying to find the perfect layout for it because it's so pretty. So I'm really trying to get away with this layout with only using bits and pieces. So you'll see that this kind of orangey paper that I'm using as my background, because I'm using a strip of 4x6 photos, I'm trying to only use bits of it instead of the entire 12 by 12. So you'll see me here just trying to piece my background together on a scrap piece of black paper. That way I'm not using an entire 12 by 12 and I have a huge chunk still of this orange paper for a future layout. I have a scrap of this rainbow ombre that I used from the first layout for July 4th, so I really wanted to incorporate that somehow on this layout as well. So I decided to use a border punch. That border punch gets stuck. I really love it, which is why I decided to use it even though it gets stuck, but it took a while to finagle the paper through it without tearing it. So I just cut that part out when I was fighting with my border punch. Anyways, I got that piece stuck down. That's going to be a border along the top of the photos, and then that border punch always punches a skinny strip, kind of a scrap piece really, but I wanted to have that kind of minty green at the bottom of these photos as well. So I'm just going to use that teeny tiny scrap from the border punch and glue a strip of that down on the bottom of the photos too. That way it kind of looks like the photos matted in this minty green. And I really love that. I love this border punch even though it gets stuck because I think the design is so cool. I haven't used it in a while. And I was just feeling this is 4th of July. It's more stars and fireworks, and it's kind of more of a boy layout because it's Marcus and Bennett, and so I really just didn't want to do something scallopy. That's more feminine in my opinion, more girly. So that's why I decided to go with this kind of more zigzag border punch. So I'm just trying to get all of that glued down, make sure none of my background black paper is showing, and then from there I pretty much get to embellish. I love these types of designs that are super photo heavy because I can really just play with doing a big embellishment cluster, and that's all I really need. I knew though as soon as I was using the minty portion of that ombre paper that I had to use this fuzzy trim that Christina included in this collection. I think it's so cool. It's so soft, and she sent me like 4 feet of it. So I really wanted to make an impact with it, and I finally had a page this month that was in the color scheme, so you'll see what I end up doing with that. Because it is 4th of July, I really wanted to bring this star motif in, so I had this scrap from, I think it's a branding strip from one of the other pages that has the multicolor stars on it. So I'm going to run that across the top of the photos. It pulls in a bunch of the different colors I'm going to be pulling in. I really wanted to dive into the floral die cut pack and get this really cute rainbow used up too. This rainbow isn't part of One Canoe, or not One Canoe 2, oh my goodness, Cocoa Vanilla. But it was included in this collection, and I really, really wanted to use it on this page. So you can see that rainbow, and then I'm just going to cluster a bunch of florals around it. I'm trying to stick in this orangey and minty green color scheme. So those are kind of the florals I'm pulling in. I'm trying to stay away from the yellow and the pink. But I think it looks cute. I'm just going to have this whole little garden around the rainbow, and then I really want to pull in the black foam titles from these days collection too, because I've been using the puffy alphabet, which is super cute because it's like rainbow. It goes perfectly with this collection with all the colors. But I think because this page, I don't know, it needed more of a grounding oomph, and I feel like introducing some black onto all of these colors would be perfect. So just trying to finagle this down. This rainbow is a sticker. I didn't even know it was a sticker at first. I thought it was just a die cut, and then I realized it was a sticker. So that's really nice. It kind of holds a lot of those florals in place while I stick everything else down. That was a nice surprise. So I'm just trying to get my floral area down, and then I'll move on. But I love how that pulls in all of the colors I'm working with. I really like this minty orange color scheme. That's not a color scheme I really can remember using, I know I have at some point, but it was really fun to kind of pull this collection into that color scheme versus the more navy, which I had been playing with a lot this month. But I have so many florals in this die cut pack, and I really want to take advantage of that and be able to do a lot of florally clusters. So I'm trying to make sure I'm not hoarding, and I'm going to have a lot of those left over at the end of the month. So I thought this was a good chance to really do a big cluster. But you can see this cluster's coming along great, but you can kind of see everything's very, I don't know, nothing's kind of grounded. I don't know how to describe what my issue with this page was at this point, but I thought it would be super cool to use this fuzzy mint green trim around the entire layout, and it adds such a cool impact. With this design being one of the more simple ones I do, I really do like to try to find something special that I can include to kind of make it seem finished, and to have something cool on there because everything else is more just simplified. So you can see I went around and poked holes in the corners of my pages, and then I'm just going to secure this trim running all the way around it, and I just think it looks so cool. I'm in love with this trim. I want it in every color. I want a blanket knit out of it. I want a scarf knit out of it. It's the most soft trim I've ever felt in my life. And I just think the minty color was perfect for this page, so I think it ends up looking really cool. It takes a minute to kind of finagle it. I'm trying to kind of shove this fuzzy trim through this tiny hole. But I really wanted it to be secured in this way, and then you can see on the back I'm just using my super strong double-sided tape to keep it secure in the back, and then I'll go over that as well with some washi just to add a little bit of extra security. Once it's in the page protector, it'll be fine, but it's going to be floating around the scrap room all month until I get to my layout share at the end of the month. So I just want to make sure everything's going to stay where it's supposed to be. But I think it's so fun. It adds such texture, and I don't know. I could go on forever about this trim. It's just so much fun to play with. It's such an unexpected product for me too. I think that's what I really appreciate about Christina's kits, is she always throws these kind of different funky things in, and it goes with the collection, so it's easy to use, but it kind of pulls you in a different unexpected direction sometimes, and that's what I kind of feel about this trim. I just really like what I ended up doing with it. It's not something I would have thought to do unless it was included in my collection like this. So now it's all secure. I think that looks so cool. I really think it feels like it just gives the whole layout a big hug. I just love it. And everything is kind of secure now within the borders of this trim. And I just think that's just what it needed. So I'm just making sure all of these things on the back are secure. I decided to go over the double-sided tape with the washi to really make sure it was stuck down. And there we go. So you can see, I think that makes such a big difference already. But now I'm trying to figure out where I want to go from here. And that's when I decide to add some black. I really wanted to use one of these foam titles. And I already kind of noted on the previous page that this was July 4th. I'm going to do a little bit of journaling on this one as well. So I really didn't feel like I needed a themey title, so I'm just going for, there's several different titles on here, and there's several different ways you could use the same words. So I'm going to take these memories and then add love from a different title. So together the title will read Love These Memories. I love these photos. We were waiting for it to get dark for the fireworks show to start, and we had set up our little mat. Becca had Avery and Bennett, and then me and Marcus had come over, and Bennett was just being squirrely, and I just thought it was funny. You can kind of see the progression of him falling off of Marcus. He's like sitting there chatting, looking to where the fireworks are going to be shot off at the top of the street, and then I don't know what happened in this third one, but he ends up like flipping off of Marcus. It was really funny. We kind of had to make a human barricade for these little ones. So it was nice that Bennett was just fine sitting on Marcus because Marcus doesn't mind, and it kind of kept him from running around. But, you know, he's a toddler, so I just think they're hysterical, these photos. So my title is down. There's a couple like sprigs, like florally sprigs. I'll end up framing this title in as well, just to add a little bit of extra detail. And I really think that helps fill out the rest of this space nicely. But since I incorporated black now, I do want to pull in a couple other black elements just so it doesn't look out of place. Right now, everything is very kind of pastel and colorful, and then you have this one black title, and that's the only thing that's black. So I will go in and add a couple black word stickers, and then there's a black tag I will end up tucking in behind the rainbow. I think that cluster looks super cute, but it needed to be just a little bit taller to really fill out that corner. So I'll end up pulling in a black tag for that. But I'm going through some of these black stickers. These are from Heidi Swap's Carefree collection, which was another one of my Secret Not Secret Kit Club kits that Christina sent me. I had some leftover black stickers, and I really wanted to use those to pull in some more black. So I pulled in a cut apart from this collection that says "Life is so very sweet" in that orangey corally color, and then I added a black word sticker says "Today was the best." And then in the lower right hand corner, I'm just using the dictionary sticker for wonder and adding another little cut apart in that corally orange color with a heart. And that way I kind of have a little bit of embellishment at the bottom. I didn't want to do too much, but I wanted something down there in the opposite corner from my big cluster. So I'm just trying to get all of that stuck together. And then I'll end up doing my journaling in black along the bottom as well, just so there's a little bit more black at the bottom since the title's on the top. But this is when I go in with the black tag. I just think it needed something up there. That tag was really long, so I trimmed it down a little bit, but I'm going to use my extra piece of that minty trim to thread the tag with, and I just think it looks so cute. I got all the mint used up. I really wanted to kind of use this mint trim on multiple pages, but I was looking at the papers I had left from the collection, and I really felt like this was the best color scheme to really make this trim make an impact. And when I have trim on a page and I have a tag, I really like to use that trim in the tag. So I think it looks so cute. It just looks so soft and fuzzy, and it just looks like a very kid page, like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like it's just a page with Bennett, and I feel like all of these supplies are very much like, it makes me think of a nursery or something, or a daycare, and I love that. So my journaling on the bottom just says July 4th pre-fireworks show Shenanigans. Bennett loved the show once he got used to the loud noise, and Avery slept through it all. This was like right across from Becca's house, so if Avery obviously got scared or woke up or something, she could just go inside, but he slept through the whole show, which I thought was kind of funny. I wanted a finishing touch, so I'm just going in with some minty enamel dots just to accent the trim going around the outside and add another texture in these clusters. And that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure close-ups are coming up here in a minute. But I love how this one turned out. It was such a simple page, but those special elements like the rainbow and the trim and all of that, I think makes such a fun layout. So that is this one. And then let's see, this one is going up on the 15th. So the next layout is another Mojo video. It'll be our wrap-up series. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Good boy. Yeah.
Does this look done?
You tired?
Babe!
Oh. I think it was good. I'm not gonna say it was done, but I'm gonna say it's looked good. What am I looking at? TikTok. Where does your TikTok go?
Food.
Oh, that's always awesome. I like how it was like calm. What's that? Dramatic!
Feel how soft this is.
I see that.
Feel it.
No, not on camera.
Yes. It'll be funny. They'll get a kick out of it because I was petting it in my video. Feel it. Isn't it soft?
Super.
It's really soft.
Super duper soft.
Yeah.
told them kind of the Mountain View area.
Love you.
Want to find a house in the Mountain View area.